Hey WeReadBookers, Danni here, and I'm very excited because this is my first review for this channel. Today I'll be reviewing Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I picked this book up because it was highly recommended to me. Everyone in my family had read it and said they loved it and they just couldn't put it down, so I knew it was something that I would want to read too. I'm really glad I picked it up because the story is absolutely amazing. The author is really creative and does a really great job of telling this story. The basic plot of the book is that on Nick and Amy's 5th wedding anniversary, Amy disappears. And when Nick gets home from work, he sees his whole living room is in chaos, and it's very clear that there was a struggle and that Amy had been taken out by force. So of course he has to get the police involved and starts a whole investigation. One of the things that I really like about the book is that it's told from a dual narrative. We follow the investigation through Nick's eyes, and we get to know what he's going through for the whole investigation and why he behaves the way he does throughout it. Whereas the other narrative is told from Amy's point of view through her diary entries, starting back on the day that her and Nick met, whereas Nick's narrative starts on the day she goes missing. So it's really interesting to get to see both sides of the story, especially because right before Amy goes missing, their marriage is really starting to fall apart. You get to see the reasons why Nick thinks it's falling apart, as well as the reasons that Amy thinks it's falling apart, and it's just really interesting to see both sides of the story. And that's kind of a theme throughout the whole book, the idea that the story that everybody knows isn't exactly the true story or what really happened. So it's really important to get both sides to fully understand whatever happened at a certain time. The author also really did a great job with character development. Even though a lot of the things that happen in the book are kind of far-fetched, it's believable because of the way she wrote the characters. So it's something that you could really see happening in real life if such people actually existed. So I found that really interesting as well. Overall, I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars. There are some stipulations to it. I found that the first 100 pages were kind of hard to get into. They were really well written, but I don't know, it took me about 100 pages to really get into the book. After the 100 pages though, it's like, whoa, like you really don't want to put it down. You can't wait to pick it up and read it again. So it's just a little slow starting. I was a little dissatisfied with the ending. I'm not going to give anything away. I wasn't 100% on board with how the author ended it. It was a really great ending. It just wasn't what I wanted for the ending, so I was really torn because she did a really great job with it. It was just not what I hoped would happen, so I was a little disappointed. But part of me also really likes the way she ended it because she didn't give the readers what they'd want. But yeah, it's a really great book, and if you have a chance to read it, I highly suggest you do. I don't really know what else to say because I don't want to give too much away, and with a mystery book like this, every chapter you learn something new, and I don't want to give anything away. So all I'm going to say is that if you have the chance to read it, I absolutely recommend going out and getting it. The book is 415 pages, but it, like I said, after the first 100, they just fly by. So yeah, that's what I thought of this book. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. You can find me in a million other places on the internet. I will have all the links in the description below. And that's it for me this time. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.